Okay, so we have the Tanabata wish strips here. This is the sixth Tanabata wish strip. And we have the character selection along with how exactly to get these wish strips. I'm going to talk about how to get these wish strips first, and then the best choices for the wish strips. Now, I guess I'll say in advance, they didn't really update the pool this year at all, I think, which is very unfortunate, but there has been some banning in the EZAs at this point, and I think there are a couple of units you can talk about, especially if you're a newer player that may not have some of these units. They can help round out your box. Compared to last year, where most of the units were pretty awful, I think this year there's actually some solid options to select, right? But essentially, to break it down, there are a couple of wish strips you get in different ways. You get two of them from the login bonus, I believe. So if you see right here, you get a wish strip on the 28th tonight, which should already be out in game right now. On the 7th or 6th, depending on your time zone, which is when the actual Tanabata banner itself will drop, you get another one. So you get two treasure wish strip in total for just logging in digging in those days. So you want to make sure you log in, right? Even if you miss this initial login here, as long as you log in past the 6th, you will get both of them because it ends on the 30th of this month, right? Now, there are some that you get through missions. Exchanging items at a Baba shop is where you can get one of them. So that's three of them. There are a couple more here. You want to clear a stage with Seekers of the Dragon Balls. So that is four of the tickets there. Using a support memory, that is five of the tickets there. And then you get, I believe, the last two tickets. Again, there are part 2 missions that we have right here, or quote-unquote part 2 missions, but you actually don't get any of this. You just get some rainbow tickets. You're getting for Purunga Wishes. Now, I'm going to be covering Purunga Wishes in a separate video, but essentially, on the first and third rounds of the Purunga Wishes, you do actually get the chance to select the wish strip. Now, my recommendation, just to let y'all know, probably not to select this wish strip. I think 5 is just enough. You don't really need the extra 2. So, yeah, without further ado, let's talk about this. So here are the 77 units, and it's pretty much not changed from last year. I don't know what changes there are, but there's not even a new 1 unit, 2020 unit even. These are all like 2019 units. Like, you see, we don't even have AGO Fury Broly in here yet. Which is really, really funny. I don't know. They should make this definitely a lot better. There's one unit I forgot to bring up here, but I guess, as we move down, we'll talk about it. So first and foremost, I think this guy right here, Asia Golden Frieza, if you don't have him, this guy is extremely helpful. He might be considered, I think he's at least like a top 3 pick here. I think this Ajo Golden Frieza, really, really strong. We all know how good this guy is, right? If you get him fully EZA'd, the 90% reduction above 40% HP is just super insane, super valuable, and, look at the amount of teams this guy is on. He's going to help you in a lot of different places, a lot of different teams. If you really need a slot 1 option, you could just throw him there. Maybe kind of work around with the rotations to get the second unit to have, like, some extra links with the floating units, right? This guy's just very valuable to have in a lot of different situations. Although he's a nuke leader, he is bad in certain events. He's still very useful in many of them as well. So I think this Ajo Golden Frieza, really great choice. Next, I brought up the Super Boo, this like skinny boy here. Yeah, just looking past, you're bad. Tapeon's just, I don't know, you're not gonna run Tapeon anymore. Dispel's bad. You're okay. Bad. You're okay. Bad. 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 You're okay. You're pretty bad now. This Ajo Goku is very underwhelming. You're bad. You're bad now. The only reason I'm bringing up this guy is because he does have the high chance to dodge. So, like, in super battle road situations, you can maybe get some use out of him. But I honestly wouldn't recommend him. I just wanted to bring him up. But yeah, that's it for the Ajo units. Now, for the, like, tech units, again, Tech Week's not good. You're not good. These two next I want to talk about. So, Final Form Cooler is actually pretty good for a sub EZA. I think that you can find uses to use him. The only issue is that STR Cooler exists, right? So, if you do have STR Cooler, you probably don't really want to grab this guy. But if you don't have STR Cooler and you need some help on villain teams, maybe you are a Turles fan, like Thad is out there. Maybe, I don't know if Thad probably has Cooler, right? But like, let's say you're like a Turles fan. You got Turles, but you don't actually have STR Cooler. You could probably use this guy, right? And then you can get some use out of him on that team, right? there are options, and he's good for Super Battle Road because he guaranteed stuns Goku enemies, which I think that is no. So there just has to be a Goku enemy, and he stuns whoever he attacks, right? So I think that's really really good for the Super Battle Road stages. She has a 70% chance to stun when the enemy is stunned, right? Just overall pretty good. I think that this cooler is nice. He could triple super. He has, again, multiple avenues to stun. I like this guy a lot. And then he has the multiplicative buffs. Good link set, right? I think this cooler is actually one of the better picks here. I did bring up Jinembu. I think Jinembu is a fine option too. If he dodges, he gets the guard. He stacks defense. He just doesn't have a team right now. When Majin Power becomes really, really good, I can see this guy as a nice floating option in a lot of situations. If you get the dodge, then the guard, and he's stacking. He heals if he gets the attack hit, right? He could be pretty solid potentially, right? So we'll see how things go for this guy right here. I'm trying to click this off. Okay. Again, everyone here is pretty mediocre. Actually, yeah. The one unit I forgot to bring up, we'll talk about it right now. Bra. I think Bra is actually quite an also good pick. She got her EZA again because a lot of these units got their like Extreme Z Awakenings after the last Tanabata, so that's why I'm like talking about a lot of these guys. I mean, I think this Bra, yeah, see, she got her EZA in August, right? So this is a unit that was available in the wish strips last year, but now she's got her EZA after last year, and I think she's a pretty like good option to pick here. If you have two Peppy Gal's allies, which does include herself, she can get a 70% chance to dodge. She's supporting all allies key 2 and 30% attack, and that's pretty good. She stacks attack, I guess, which is nice, right? But overall, her having the 70% chance to dodge, I think is quite strong while being a support unit. I'm a pretty big fan of this Bra thing. I think she is quite good for a banning unit, EZA, right? I'll definitely take it. You could use her in certain situations. When a Vegeta family gets more help, I think that's a place you could really shine. Maybe if we get like Hybrid Saiyans and another, I don't know, I guess it would have to be another Bra, because Pan's actually not Peppy Gals, huh? Yeah, that does kind of suck. Maybe Peppy Gals gets a really good leader again. Yeah, if Peppy Gals becomes really good again, this Bra is going to shine. So I think that's going to be pretty useful potentially. Yeah, no one else here I would say I recommend picking. I brought up Intwis. I think Intwis is a good option. If you're a Beerus fan, let's say Physical Beerus is easy the celebration, right? I think this Intwis is a good support unit to use on like the bottom master or sample team with them. Overall, like out of the Battle of Gods EZs we got during Same Day, which is again was after this last Tanabata celebration, I think that he's a good pick. I think that him supporting, he has the dodge chance, build him full dodge. I think he'll be helpful. You could even potentially run him on Space Traveling Warriors for running like a Beerus and Whis kind of setup maybe. But that's pretty much it. I mean, Realm of Gods, Siblings Bond, not really teams right now. It's really just Bond and Master and Disciple under the Carnival Kid Gohan, right? But this Whis I think is a good pick for the strips, right? Again, I brought up Int Beerus. I think Int Beerus is also a fine pick actually. If you have physical Beerus though, probably don't. I brought him up because I think he's like a better option than like, you know, like I would say he's a better option than like, you know, this Tech Vegeta or this Vegeta or this Vegito or even like, you know, the Supreme Kai. Like he's a step above the rest, like, you know, kind of the similar level to Whis-ish. But I wouldn't say he's like, you know, a top pick, right? Next we have God Goku, again similar to Beerus. He's a solid option, but there's so many good God Gokus. The Int LR God Goku is going to get his EZA soon. We have Dokkan Fest God Goku. I mean, he could still potentially be on Two Nights banner even. So, I don't know. This guy's a solid option. I wouldn't say go out of every way to pick him, but he can potentially help you if you don't have some of these other really strong God Gokus. Again, I think the point of this at this point is to just help people who are new at the game kind of fill out their boxes with the like 6th or 7th spot, because they're just not updating this to include some like newer units, which is unfortunate, but I think there are some viable options to go ahead and select now. I brought Esther Whis again. Great chance to dodge, 70% chance. Beerus support. I think he could be an okay unit to run. At this point, he's not really that great, but I guess since Physical Beerus EZA now, in the future, this guy, like we know, obviously he'll get a sub EZA. That's probably going to be like 3 years though, so like we'll see, because physical Beerus isn't even out yet. Next we have this S-tier Piccolo. I think he's actually, would he be the best option to pick here, this S-tier Piccolo? It's between him and Golden Frieza, I think. With this guy, you're probably gonna like if you grind. This guy makes world tournament like 3 times as easy, so I definitely would recommend with one of your strips, at least one of them, to grab him, because he does so guarantee crit, right? Even at free dupe with his guarantee crit, he should be able to wipe out the enemy field in world tournament. And this guy is just really, really good for world tournament. If you don't have Ma Junior, especially if you do not have Piccolo Junior, this guy will help you out quite a bit. That does suck because World Tournament just passed in JP, right? But who knows, right? Maybe the next World Tournament you won't have my junior still, and you could get use out of this guy, right? So I think this guy will be useful. He's really good for Super Battle Road as well. So I think that this guy is one of the better options to pick here. Actually, really, really good. That S tier Piccolo. Again, skipping over. Coolies I didn't bring up, but I think Coolies is a okay option, right? He's solid. This Vegeta and Bulma. I think this Vegeta and Bulma actually, they have the giant form, the Furious Vegeta form, like the Rage mode. This actually can cancel super attacks. That's the real reason I'm bringing them up. This unit's kind of underwhelming. Like, they're okay. It's an issue with these counter units. Want to get a bunch of attacks in, and then oops, can't take supers, right? That's the issue. But if you're able to have this guy avoid super attacks, and especially if you have like him on the Vegeta family kind of setup, maybe, and he'll be good. And then again, he could rage when conditions are met. So like against Sin Shenron, if you get this off, Sin Shenron won't be able to super attack you if he supers you during this Vegeta form, and that will be really, really, really good. And in that situation, like, you could use him and he could do a lot of damage even if he gets like 8 attacks in, right? So yeah, that's why I think this guy's a solid option, but I wouldn't say anything like go out of your way to pick him necessarily compared to like S tier Piccolo or Golden Frieza. I think those two are better options. We have God Goku next. S tier God Goku, probably the best or the second best of the battle gods these days. Like, he's up there as one of the better ones. He's definitely a better choice than Int God Goku is what I'd say. So if it's between this guy and Int God Goku, I would pick this guy because he has the damage reduction. If you're able to build up this damage reduction early on, this guy can cook for you. And again, if you're having troubles with Sin Shenron, this guy will be a good option. Even if you're running like a God Goku team, you could have this guy as a floater, or even like on rotation the other God Gokus as a floater, right? And I think that could work out pretty well. He does need to build up, but if you're able to get him to build up, then you are definitely cooking. Let me actually restart this music, but the video is gonna end soon anyways. Who's next here? Again, I'm just skipping all these units. None of them are really great. Weirus, I think I have here. He's an orb changer, high chance of dodge. He's a Realm of Gods and fusion support, which is pretty cool, right? These teams right now aren't really that great, but when they become more relevant again, I could see this Weirus becoming quite a strong option. Double orb changer, again, really good. High chance of dodge. I like him even now. Like, his design was always really good, this Weirus, and I think you can get away with running him because his defense is probably still enough to get, like, he may not be able to take every single normal attack in the game, like once he super attacks. But I think in a lot of situations he has a dodge and he'll be okay against these normals. So I think the Spirits is good. And again, because of the physical keys for changing, he can like get an okay amount of healing, right? He can generate the healing with the double orb changing. I like this guy. Finally, we have Physical Bardock. I think he's a good solid option, right? One of the better sub EZAs out there. Guard, support, you know, right? Just overall, I'd say he's fine. Not really a fan of him personally. Because of this ability, but I mean, he's better than most of the other options on this list, so I think it's good to bring him up. But yeah, okay, yeah, 15-minute video, but it's just, they should update this like much more. Again, it's helpful that a lot of these units have actually gotten EZAs, but it's just that if you're a player like me, or you've been playing again like me, who's been playing for like 7 years, you're not gonna find any use out of these tickets. So it's really just for newer players, which it's better than nothing, but they gotta do better than this for sure. Let me know what y'all think though. If you're gonna pick units, what units will you pick? Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.